Welcome to the Bodega Cat Podcast with Christina Ng. Over the next hour, you'll hear from guest experts from a variety of different backgrounds, with specialties pertaining to pets and humans alike. Now, here is Christina.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Christina. This is the Bodega Cat Podcast, and I will be your host. Today, we have a special guest. Her name is Tatyana Vlachos. And Tatyana Vlachos is the proprietor of IQM Wellness and an energy healer. She discovered her ability to heal after witnessing her daughter's suffering and desperately wanted to help. After a devastating breakup of a long-term relationship, her daughter was in a deep emotional turmoil. She lost a lot of weight, was smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, and was losing interest in life. Unable to help her with the traditional medical approach, Tatyana found Faster EFT, emotional freedom technique, on the internet and started tapping using the modality guidelines. Within 1 week, her daughter's depression melted away. Her smoking dropped to a few cigarettes, and her appetite and sleep improved greatly. While doing the tapping, Tatyana noticed her palms were heavy and throbbing and were curious about such a phenomenon. After more research, she found more information on an alternative and holistic approach to health. Soon after, she became a Certified Quantum Touch Practitioner. After opening her practice with only energy healing, Tatyana has grown IQM Wellness into a great resource for her many clients with the various technologies and practice of healing and wellness. Tatyana is constantly learning and upgrading her certifications, the Wonder Method Practitioner and Instructor, as well as Integrative Quantum Medicine Practitioner. Tatyana also mastered the following modalities: Dr. Kam Yen Method, EFT, AWE, Body Emotion Code, and Hawaiian Ho'oponopono. Well, thank you so much, Tatyana, for joining me today and being my guest. I'm very excited that you said yes to my invitation.
Hi, Christina. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I appreciate it. And thank you for telling my biography and a little bit. But I can add that it came, the energy healing came to me very late in my life. I was so agnostic, and if somebody will tell me, hey, I go to Reiki, I would laugh and say, you have extra money to throw away, until I got this the feelings or sensation in my body, and I thought, oh my God, it's so real. It took me completely, took me over all this. I used to be in Ukraine, an engineer. Here in the United States, I was working for a long time in the hospice, helping hospice nurse assistant doing baths and showers. And but when I started to feel the energy, and when I noticed that people have move, align the hips, align the vertebrae with the scoliosis without even me touching them, it completely, I don't know how to describe it. I was taken by this energy, and little by little, I started to work, like you said, at home. People will come to me at home, and then I bought biofeedback scan. I learned how to do it, and that was the beginning. Then I got together with another healer. We opened the wellness center where we started to buy the machines And our first one were two hokkats, which are ozone saunas. And I witnessed a lot of healing using the ozone sauna on people. And maybe in a year we split, and I started by myself. I was scared. I never had a business experience. I didn't have any clientele, so I started from zero. And I made it in the first months, and then little by little, people started to come. And I need to tell that I have quite a few technologies right now. All of those technologies, big one, including 24-unit system, which is over $100,000, as you know, was bought by people. They come to me and they said, Tanya, we need this technology in here. I would say, well, I don't have any money. You kidding me? So next week, boom, money will come. And then she would say, would you accept it interest free? So I would say, oh yeah. And E-System, Cellsonic, and the two hokkats, which is each one is over 50,000, were bought by people, and little by little I paid them back. And meantime, I have fun helping people and do what I like. That's my story. I don't know if you would like me to tell what kind of technology do I have.
Yeah, that's an incredible leap of faith from, having a partner to not having a partner, and not knowing anything about business, to really building a business that is running and thriving, right? And having all these technologies that you've researched and bought. So that's, I always feel that, I don't know if I have that kind of a faith, honestly, but if you do have that faith and you take action, universe moves mountains to make it happen. And that is such a beautiful story that you have kind of retold. But yeah, so it's very interesting that it was your daughter who kind of got you into this path. Usually, people have their own health crisis that got them in the alternative path. But with you, it was your daughter. So that was very interesting.
Yeah. And that was, for me, that's the beginning of my energy healing. When I took her, I couldn't stand. She was crying. She was like a dried the barbecue chicken, below 100 pounds, smoking pack of cigarette, and I didn't know what to do. I sent her to psychologists with just wasted my money. And that's what I was researching, internet, found it, took her in the backyard and started to tapping and repeat the words that I wrote down, and memorize what they say step by step. And that's when I felt like I become really hot, and my hands were hot. I was something different going on in my body. So that's afterwards I went to my friend and I saw the book. It says Quantum Touch, and on the first page was two hands with the emanating energy. And I got it, I read it, and I wanted to have the the real teacher. I found the quantum touch teacher in Pasadena. I went there, and I was the oldest one there. There was girls like in 30s, and everybody was feeling something. And I was like a brick, a piece of wood. And I asked my teacher, I said, well, how long do you think it's going to take me to feel energy as a river through me? He looked at me like, I don't know, 10, 15 years. And I came home and I thought, oh, jeez, I'll be dead by then. No, no. And I started to exercise. And like in 2 months, my teacher was texting me to do the distance healing on him. So it just blossomed. And that's what I'm doing, and I cannot stop it. With the machines, we started with the healer, and anyway, yeah, it was scary to take a leap of faith. You're right. It's I went to because I got I opened my business and I rent the space, which was $2,000 a month. I went there to a management company and I said, I'm not signing the lease because I don't know, frankly, if I'm gonna succeed. I'm not gonna sign. If you can give me month to month, I will take it. If not, I'm not gonna do it. So she gave it to me and I made it in the first month. And then with the Cell Sonic, which is a high-intensity ultrasound machine that a lot of people, a lot of cancer centers, they utilize it in their treatment. So one of my clients brought it and bring it to my office. He said, Tanya, here, have it, use it for your clientele. And I said, oh my God, I'm still paying 100,000 for my haircuts. I can't, oh. He said, don't worry, you're gonna pay as you go. You didn't make it, don't pay. I'm still paying for it, by the way. But that what happened with this machine, and it's so good for the pain, the acidification, calcification, the pain in injuries, knee, back pain, and the lymphatic system. I had one little girl, 7 years old. She had a lymphatic nodule on her neck, was the increase in size to almost a dime, and doctor wanted to cut it out completely. So I gave her 500 pulses, and it went down to pea size right in front of her mother eyes, and that's how good this machine is, working with the high intensity ultrasound and electromagnetic pulse. It brings up volume of the cells to the healthy 75 millivolts. I think it's the same like E system, only it does like in momentum in right there. But it's still needed to repeat, and it needed detoxing, because in my practice, I think that all these outside technologies are they're partly, but we still need something to do inside, like proper diet, detoxing, deworming, which is a big, big deal. I see on my biofeedback scan 100% of people infected with the worms, and especially with the people with the cancer, digestive system, and the autoimmune. So that's a big deal.
Health needs to be a holistic approach, doesn't it?
Yes.
You got to clean it inside out, and it's not a one-time thing. So, but I do want to put in a little disclaimer for our audience that Tatyana and I are not medical doctors, and we're not, licensed, whatever. We're just helping, the body heal itself through technologies that are available. And we're not making any claims that it will cure anything. So I just wanted to put it out there.
Yeah, I agree. And I need to add that our machines are not evaluated by FDA, and we don't use our advice as substitute for professional medical advice. And that's all I could say. What my testimonies, what machine did, and what I noticed with my clientele. By the way, I have with it just recently with our E System 24, our own client clear her uterine fibroid 11.5 centimeters completely. She brought me before and after MRI, but it's not like with the Jason Shurka, and it took her 9 months. She would come 24 or 26 sessions. And I asked her, did she do anything else? Like she said, no, just her normal vitamins. So she attributed her healing completely to 24-unit E system.
So she came regularly for 9 months for fibroid.
Yes, for E system. Yes, she would just lay down for 2 hours. And I think she did one time overnight. She didn't have much money so she spread it.
Okay.
And yes, she brought me MRI, which said no fibroid visible.
Good for her.
Yeah, that was a big deal for us. So I was just so excited.
That's excellent. It's incredible. So let's talk a little bit about your business. When did you open officially?
I officially opened it in 21 September, so it's not even 3 years I exist.
And you seem to be a magnet for all these technologies that just coming your way.
Well, yeah, sometimes my husband said, Tanya, when are you going to get paid? Because all my money, I paid off. And just recently I bought Tesla for $25,000 because when the representative, the seller came and we tried on one of our Parkinson person who would come to a system for 6 months at least. And he got better. He used to be with a walker, but he was still uneasy and shaking. So with the Tesla, he was sitting 2.5 hours. No, I think it's 1.5 hours. And then he got up and his eye color change. He had like a murky, dirty, grayish, whatever color, and looking downward. and shaking tremor, a little tremor on his, and then unsteady on the wall. He got up, his eyes bright blue, and he was just walking like with the a little bit like sportsman, a little bit with the not jumping, but his wife and I, we were just looking at him, and that was the reason I wanted another that to include it in our business.
Oh, wow.
So yes, but so far I pay and pay. Of course, I have some small amount to cover my bills, but it's still it's not like I'm making millions or whatever. But seeing people get better, coming, crying, and hugging you, and bring some flowers or homemade cookies. It's so satisfying and comforting, and you feel like you're not just passing by or floating with the water, but doing your purpose. And yes, that's really
that's a wonderful reward in itself, isn't it?
Yes.
So you talked a little bit about the HOCAT. For my audience, it's spelled HOCATT. You want to speak a little bit about that and that technology and what it does specifically?
Yes, this is how it's pronounced. Hyperthermic ozone carbonic acid transdermal technology. So it has in one, so 7, I think, technologies in one. It's not only ozone, it's carbonic acid, it's far infrared, it's PEMF, it's RIFE, which called frequency specific microcurrencies, and it's hot steam, of course, ozone, and the photonic lights, all in one. So it's pretty intense. The technology, it takes only half an hour, but last 10 minutes, usually you sit and think, oh, when it's gonna finish. Because when your body is hot, with carbonic, first 3 minutes, carbonic acid go over your body and soften up your skin, open the pores, and bring capillaries up to surface. And then ozone start to go through the pores into your bloodstream. And the hotter the temperature, the faster and the more ozone penetration. So it's not too many people can have a hot temperature session. And then you have infrared, PMF, pulsating electromagnetic frequency machine that called the Hugo. This is, I think, the best PMF on the market so far. And it has 12 minutes program. It's not program, it's the volume. You increase volume to the customer tolerance. And
when you say volume, do you mean intensity of the treatment?
Yes, intensity. Yes, the power.
Mm-hmm.
And it's finished in 12 minutes, stop by itself. Infrared, it goes throughout. The hot steam goes all 30 minutes. So is the RIFE machine called frequency specific microcurrencies, which is RIFE that gives up through the metal plates that you put your feet on. It's like a pedestals for your feet. Also, there is a power we increase or lower the intensity because not everyone can handle those zaps. Could be really intense. And the difference from the other RIFE machines, the FSM, is it produces one frequency at the time. So the program, the HOCAT has programs, almost 100 programs for different pathogens or the diagnosis. So every minute, one frequency produced. So it does not, because sometimes there is RIFE machines that produce range of the frequency, and sometimes it's too much for a body, and body will get confused or blocked with the toxins because of too much. So this one is one every minute, 1 minute, a different frequency.
So it's important for the body to heal in between sessions, yeah?
Oh, yes, you...
just to have it acclimate to the healing process, correct?
Well, no, you don't have to have a specific prerequisite to do the HOCAT, except if you have pacemaker, we cannot do the PMF and RIFE, no electricity. Or if people have some grave disease or hold on, the seizures. I had one with the seizures. I did not turn on RIFE or PMF, and he produced a lot of toxins. The beauty of this machine is that you don't even need to advertise. Advertisement is right there under their butt on a towel. They sit on a towel. When the session finished, they get up, they see the black spots, toxins out of their body with the sweat through the pores. Sometimes they're dark black, brownish, yellowish, purplish. I saw one smoking person, his towel was like completely black, like a car repairman wiped his hands, and he get up, he thought, tell me, oh my God, I took a shower. I don't know. Oh, I'm so sorry. But I'm clean. I took a shower before. I said, don't worry. Those are your toxins that you see coming out right in front of your eyes. So I had a man, he gave me a video testimony. He came with the high mercury in his blood. He used to have he still loved the tuna. And he did the blood and urine test before and then after. He did it 10 sessions once a week. And then when he brought me his test, the mercury in his blood went 46% down and 72 in urine.
And this is from the HOCAT.
Yes, just he didn't do anything else.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. Now, I want to kind of touch on the other technologies that you have. You have a lot in your center. So you also have the beam ray. You want to talk a little bit about that?
A beam ray, it's the pretty old technology. It exists for more than 20 years. This is the RIFE machine that also produces one frequency at the time, but the delivery is through the plasma light bulb. So you sit in front of plasma light, which is flicking sometimes and produce the frequency. It's pretty strong for killing pathogens. Um,
Now, from what I understand, Rife machine is very frequency specific and it destroys the pathogen. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. So it has more than 1,100 protocol or programs for different pathogens, diagnosis for parasites. I put my cats for 2 hours for parasites. And the next day, I clean up their litter box. I saw in the poop white dead worms.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Was successful.
I should bring my cats to your center.
I had a woman who had a haircut and then sit on beam ray for a couple of hours. Next day she called me. She said she produced that parasite and the biofilm. It's like jelly. She was scared. She said, "Oh, I pooped something I don't understand. It looks like a jelly, pink jelly-like pieces." So she pooped out the that parasite and the biofilm.
Oh, wow.
Just doing Hokat and the beam ray.
Oh, wow.
Yes. The other one is the biofeedback scan, which I'm doing for quite a while. First time when I learned how to do it, I checked myself. I saw so many pathogens, worms, viruses, bacteria. I thought, oh my God, how can I can still be alive and walking and digesting food? So yeah, I with this we have some herbal for the parasites. We have some herbal. When I do biofeedback scan, I don't concentrate on diagnosis, even though it can give me diagnosis. But I tell my client that I'm not a doctor. I'm not gonna diagnose you. You go to doctor and they will give you diagnosis. All I will concentrate on the pathogens. I want to see if you have parasites, if you have mold, if you have viruses, and then we can target them with our machines, our technology, and then we can recheck, or you can see if you can get better. So we had one woman with the Hashimoto. So she did a system, Hokat and beam ray, and the herbs that I suggested for worms. So in 7 weeks, her doctor tested her blood and said that she has no Hashimoto present in her blood. And then she did not finish her protocol. She went for vacation for almost a month. And then she come back, everything come back. So we are going back again, working on it, because with the pathogen, you need to have a longer time, because they tend to come back.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So it's important to do the detox, but also have a maintenance program, right? Because it's
not only finish the protocol. She didn't finish 10 visits even. Because it's needed. You need to have it for several months clear before you can maybe go easy on a protocol. because they come back.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, other treatments you have is the red light therapy. We've been kind of hearing about that in the news on and off a little bit more. Do you want to talk a little bit about that one?
Yes. This is not only red light therapy, but the inventor, this machine, I don't think it exists on the market yet because he just invented it.
Mm.
Because it's not only red light, it's the frequency in it. He
And that's different from infrared, right? Or
yes, the red light is a LED. I think it's a LED red light. But it still has infrared in it.
okay.
I think most of the machine red light therapy, I'm not sure though, but I think most of them have infrared there.
Okay.
Because it's the red light. It's just the normal red light bulbs. They emanate red light. It's the color that gives the frequency.
Mm-hmm. I have a client who has a little kitty, and if I remember correctly, the kitty had a tumor. I don't remember where it was, and the client used red light therapy to completely eliminate the tumor, and the kitty got well. So that was to really
What?
testimony.
Yeah. What kind of technology did she use?
I don't know. I didn't ask. Yeah, but I remember she talked about red light therapy. Yeah.
Yeah, because there is so many on the market right now that you get confused a little bit. So mine is different. That it has the different wavelengths, 633 nanometers and 850 nanometers, and has the frequency in it. He has the machine that embedded frequency into the elements. It's like E system medallions.
Mm-hmm.
They were embedded with the frequency that will never stop emitting the biophotons or whatever they emitting. So he has the same machine that he embedded in a piece of metal, 31 frequency of the different supplements and minerals. Polycozanol, methylene blue, L-ascorbic acid, BH4, DHA, NAC, NADH, glutathione, vitamin B12, colostrum, oxygen, hydrogen, enzymes, probiotic, flavonoids, alkali, far infrared, EMF, moringa, ketone esters, pine needle oil, iodine, red algae, vasoactive intestinal peptide, stem cells, Schumann resonance, vitamin D3, oxaloacetate. It's stabilized glucose functioning. Undaria pinna tifida, which is fucoidiene, the help to kill unwanted cells. So all those frequencies are embedded in addition to the red light you get. So it's a pretty interesting machine, and we use it. People like it and feel better with the pains, and I think with the one woman with the chronic sinuses also helped her.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Interesting.
So yes, and Tesla, I think about Tesla, I already tell. Tesla is cans, metal cans filled with pre-charged material that emanate biophotons. So it does not need to be plugged in and considered as a home device. So people can buy it, put it under the bed, and sleep on it and get better.
Okay. So here you're talking about the Tesla biohealing med bed, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is a device that people can buy and put in their home, in their bed.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So you also have cell sonic sessions, and it sounds like it targets this body on the cellular level. Is that right?
I think I already explained about cell
Oh, I'm
sonic.
sorry.
Yes, it's a high intensity ultrasound and the electromagnetic pulse. It's differentiate from a high intensity ultrasound that the hospital have for breaking down the kidney stone, because they have a much more stronger and the ultrasound send the like a laser, very very targeted. Mine is like a shower. It sends ultrasound like a shower, and the shower head, and it's not as strong, but it still helps a lot with a lot of problems with the inflammation and infection. In several, I have a, even though was not my client, it was a client of one of our practitioners throughout the United States. The guy had the open wound that wouldn't healed with the several treatments of Celsonic.
And you said this particular session would be great for kidney stones?
Well, it's
You can
also
use it
help. Yes, you can use for inflammation and infection.
Okay. I was thinking it would be wonderful, to use it for kidney stone without surgery.
Yeah, and continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
At the very beginning of our system, we have a woman that came to me. She said tomorrow she had the surgery for kidney stone that's stuck in her ureter. And the couple of days, she did 2 hours. Couple of days, she called me, and I forgot what was her name because I was so busy at that time at the beginning. She said that she went to the hospital and the doctor just started ultrasound again, and he said, I don't understand. I saw it. I know it was there. I saw it. It was it was gone. Kidney stone was gone with the E system. So you never know which one machine will help, but they're all incredible and natural, not invasive help,
Yeah, how interesting. It's amazing how the body kind of knows what it needs, right? Even though, yeah, that's amazing. So you have a live stream generator as well in your center. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Oh yeah. This machine is 2.5 million volts Tesla. I usually use it in my energy healing for scoliosis or the back pain, sometimes bulging disc or the traumatic shoulder blades. Or so I put my hand on it and become like conductor and use my two fingers when I touch the skin of the clientele, the muscles will start contracting. Back and forth, back and forth. So if I put full hand on the skin, then it will be not as intense. The small area I touch, like with the one finger, it's pretty intense. And muscles, when they're contracting, they release the tension, release the blockages there. And I open space and let the body to align and integrate by itself, holding the space energetically. So there I had a pretty good success with this. One woman even, she had a scoliosis from birth, pretty bad one. So not only her spine is straightened up, not completely, but she couldn't stand straight. She's an opera singer, and for her to stay and sing was so painful. And she couldn't wiggle her hips and couldn't stand on crouch, because she would fall down. And so her pain went down to almost nothing. She could wiggle her hips and she could stand on seat crouching.
Oh, wow.
And after this couple of the Tesla live stream, she cleared her allergy to I think gluten. She left me a message. She said, "Tanya, my body said that I wanted to have a donut." And I knew I can't, but my body told me, "No, you can't." And I listened and I ate. I was thinking that I will be sick. And she said, I didn't have any allergies. So that's the testimony I have from her. It was like a long time ago. But this machine is incredible to bring up the volume of your cells as well.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So since there's so many modalities in your center, when a person comes in, do they need to have a diagnosis? I'm sure healthy people can come in and detox too, right?
Yes, I would recommend to do the biofeedback scan to see the pathogens, and then we will just, because with diagnosis, I kind of, I omit it because I'm not a doctor, I'm not working with diagnosis. We're just working on the eliminating or kill the pathogens, clear the pathogens. And sometimes, yes, I recommend this machine or that machine, herbal and the supplements, minerals like zeolite. We're advising people to get Avini zeolite that helps with the heavy metals. I check it on myself. I went to doctor and I did blood test and urine test. And then in 3.5 months, I cleared. My last went arsenic. Was so much arsenic I had. It cleared my arsenic. I had the blood test from the doctor proof. So we use some supplements as well, and the herbal remedies for deworming.
Mm-hmm.
because it's like everyone who comes, and when I check biofeedback scan, everyone has more or less infection with the parasites. It's kind of inevitable, of course, but when they are when it's too much infection, then the body start to deteriorate, and then diagnosis come, or some kind of disease, because immune system cannot take care of it anymore.
Right. It's just too overloaded. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as humans, we have to support our body as much as we can, right? Create that environment, clean water, clean food, clean environment, like the EE system and other technologies to help detox. Yeah. So would your machines help with the in 2020 a lot of people had injections and a lot of side effects from that. Would the biofeedback machine pick up on that too, or?
Well, for this, I cannot say, because there is no of biofeedback scan. No, it does not have the spike proteins or whatever. It does not pick up. It pick up parasites. It pick up protozoa, which are microscopic parasites, mold, viruses, and bacteria. And also gives the probable diagnosis, which I never use in my session. I mean, I did not print out and discuss it because, like I said, I'm not a doctor. But the not the spike proteins or whatever it's making wrong with the vaccination. No.
Right. Wow.
But people feel better after the whole cut detoxing in EE system, but it's still, there was no research for this for any of our technology, if it's clear or not, because we don't even know what's going on in the first place, what happening right now.
Yeah, it's still too new, I think. Yeah. So we got a couple minutes left, and I wanted to let people know that you're in West Lake Village in California, correct?
Yes, it's north of Los Angeles.
Okay. And then do you have any last words of wisdom, Tatyana, for our audience? And where can people find you? Then we'll close off on that.
Oh, yeah. Our website is www.iqmwellness.com. It stands for Integrative Quantum Medicine, the class that I took, IQMwellness.com. And the wisdom is, I would say, since thank you, God, that teach me, that people come and they teach me. God sent me people to teach me how to help, and then I spread the word. I use on myself and see if it works or not. And that's the wisdom we get. We together, we heal each other together.
Yes, that's beautiful. Our clients are our biggest teachers, aren't they?
Absolutely, yes.
Well, thank you again, Tatyana, for coming on. And I hope everybody enjoyed this podcast. And we will have another podcast next month with another special guest. In the meantime, I hope everybody has a wonderful month. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.
Thanks for tuning in to the Bodega Cat Podcast. Your host, Christina Ng, will join you here again next month. Until then, have a beautiful month.